Alright, also look, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the breaking news surrounding UFC 310, and kind of why it seems like the welterweight division's revving up its excitement factor. As the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad, is set to defend his title for the first time against the 18-0 wrestling phenom, as well as the boogeyman of the UFC, Shavkat Rakhmonov. And with that being said, my question to all of you is, could Shavkat Rakhmonov potentially get it done? And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 1,500 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord link in the description. Alright, so look. Our undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Belal Bully B. Muhammad, is gearing up for his first ever title defense against the surging contender, the 18-0 monster, Shavkat Rakhmonov. And while this matchup excites a lot of fans within the MMA community, I'm personally feeling a little torn about it, Because there's a lot to consider, and although I'm a huge fan of both fighters, if I had to make an early prediction right now, I'd cautiously lean towards Shavkat Rakhmonov. And let me explain why I'm so conflicted. First off, I became a fan of Belal Muhammad ever since his win over Leon Edwards, and before that fight, I didn't necessarily dislike the guy, he wasn't really my style, and he's a solid fighter, but he just didn't really stand out to me. But when he went up against Leon Edwards, especially with all the doubt swirling around him, especially with the pre-fight circumstances, he absolutely delivered. The way he handled the pressure and performed at such a high level kind of won me over, and it showed me that Belal was much more than what people gave him credit for. In fact, even though I did predict that Leon was gonna win that fight, Belal really impressed me by getting the job done, and I was super proud to see him prove all the doubters wrong, including myself. However, as much as I respect Belal Muhammad, as well as the journey he's been on, I genuinely think his story might hit a wall with Shavkat Rakhmonov. And look, don't get me wrong, I didn't immediately buy into the hype of Shavkat. I mean, sure, his record of 18 wins and 18 finishes is stupidly impressive, but people act as if he's invincible, and I just don't see it that way. For instance, in his fight against Jeff Neal, Shavkat showed some incredible weaknesses and some exploitable holes in his game that I personally think Belal Muhammad, as the undisputed champion, could definitely capitalize on. And Belal does have the experience advantage, and he has some very underrated and really good fight IQ to find those vulnerabilities and use them in his advantage. But here's where things get a little tricky, because as much as I think Belal Muhammad could exploit a lot of Shavkat Rakhmonov's weaknesses, I don't necessarily believe that he'll find the same level of success he found against Leon Edwards, because Shavkat isn't really the most well-rounded wrestler, and his takedown accuracy isn't elite, but he's eventually gonna find an opponent and face off against that opponent who has a better striking and wrestling pedigree than him. But in this particular matchup, I don't think Belal will be that guy. And yeah, Belal Muhammad looked solid in his fight against Leon Edwards, but that was largely due to the constant threat of the takedown. And as I said in my previous videos, the mental strain of having to defend against takedowns can really force a fighter in order to hesitate, which makes them a lot less effective on the feet, and that's where Belal Muhammad shined against Leon. Because of the takedown threat, he was able to capitalize on his striking. But as for Shavkat Rakhmonov, I don't think that same dynamic will play out, because Shavkat won't be as concerned about Belal's takedown threat, so he'll be a lot freer to impose his striking game without worrying too much about being taken down by Belal Muhammad. Now, I'll admit this is a super early prediction, picking Shavkat Rakhmonov in this fight against Belal Muhammad, and by the time the fight rolls around, I might change my mind, and I probably will change my mind and end up picking Belal, because we have to take into account that there are so many factors in play here, and both fighters are still evolving and growing every day, even as we speak right now. And Belal Muhammad has been through a lot of battles, and he has proven it time and time again that he can rise to the occasion, so it wouldn't surprise me if he pulls it off against Shavkat. But for now, I have to be honest, I think the odds are stacked against him in this fight. Oh, and to top it all off, Belal Muhammad is currently beefing with Ilya El Matador on Twitter, which is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, and I'm a little annoyed at him right now, but that's a little personal. regardless of that, I have to give Belal Muhammad some credit for stepping up and fighting Shavkat Rakhmonov when so many others in the welterweight division wouldn't. And it takes some nutty balls to take on such a dangerous opponent, especially when Shavkat Rakhmonov's finishing streak makes him one of the most feared contenders, not only in the welterweight division, but in the entire UFC. And even though I'm leaning towards Shavkat for now, I have no doubt in my mind that this fight is going to be an absolute sleeper banger. A fight that is gonna go a lot closer than a lot of people think. But with that being said, I have Shavkat Rakhmonov getting it done against Belal Muhammad at UFC 310. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about UFC 310, Belal Muhammad versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. And let me know who you've got, Belal or Shavkat. Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.